Hey fellow explorers, this is Tokyo's most vibrant nightlife area and I'm going to show you around. It's called Kabukicho and it's in the Shinjuku neighborhood of this metropolis. This is like a amazing neighborhood. Neon lights, signs, and it seems like it never sleeps. Actually, when it does seem like it sleeps is about 10 in the morning. You come here then and nobody's here because everybody's passed out from a long night of having a good time. I'm going to take you on a complete tour of this neighborhood. We are walking down the main pedestrian street of Kabukicho. This whole section is all pedestrianized streets generally that we're going to walk down, and then we're also going to check out the Golden Gai neighborhood at the end, which is the famous neighborhood that has these little tiny bars, like the kind of bars that'll seat 6 people in them. I'm not kidding. There are really bars around here that seat 6 people. Now, this is also known as Tokyo's red light district, and so for what it's worth, as we're walking through in this video, it's a family-friendly channel, so we're going to keep the commentary family-friendly. In addition to bars and late-night things, there's also restaurants. You can get your cocoa, chicken, and ribs here with some fried chicken. Of course, Family Mart, one of Japan's iconic convenience stores. Here we go. This place has apparently had some famous people visit it, taking their photos, and you'll find Japan's fabulous vending machines wherever you go in this neighborhood. All right, we're gonna take a little left turn down here, and then we're gonna come back and take a right turn. In addition to the big pedestrian streets, there's lots of these little tiny alleys, and boy, in these buildings, the entertainment just goes up and up and up and up. You can see in this building, there's all these things that are on all the different floors as you go up, and you know what? Who needs windows on a building? Really, I don't think you do. That's right. We got a restaurant specializing in Wagyu over here, and we have a looks like a karaoke parlor over here. Karaoke, very popular in Japan, but it's not like American karaoke. American karaoke, you'll stand up and sing maybe in a bar to a lot of people. Karaoke in Japan, you generally get a private room for you and your closest friends to sing, and they'll charge you more depending upon how big the room is. The bigger the room, the more you will pay. All right, as we come this way, we can see some of the nighttime entertainment. There's a big new development in Kabukicho, the Tokyo Kabukicho Tower that we're looking at here. And I am gonna pan up so that you can see just how tall this building is. There's a hotel on the top, and the check-in lobby starts at the 18th floor. Japan and Tokyo, definitely a vertical city and a vertical country. Up on the second floor of this, there's a really neat, kind of like food hall. It looks really, like it's really well decorated. All right, we've got some girl out here doing some performance, and what's funny is that she's there, and she's also there, up there on that big screen. So if you don't want to watch her up close, then you can watch her up there. I have no idea why they're, like, she has this gigantic fenced-off area, if they're expecting, like, huge crowds to watch her, if she's something popular. I don't know. I was by here about an hour ago, and there were, just about this many people listening to her then, too. We've got, on the other side, you can do billiards and darts. There's a ping pong place. Crane games are also very popular here. Take a look at this place. This is like rows and rows and rows of crane games. You know, you put some money in, like 500 yen, and you try to get a thing with a crane. I never win in these games. I don't know. Is there a secret to winning at these games? Because I need to know it. All right, as we look up here on top of the movie theater, the Toho Cinemas, you see Godzilla. Yes, there's a famous Godzilla head right there. There's actually 2. There's that one, and then there's another one on the corner this way that we will see. They actually call the street with the Godzilla head on it to be Godzilla Street. We've got a poker room on the side, and we've got lots of people here standing around to tell you to come to whatever their establishment is. And I would say general rule of thumb in Japan is if somebody needs to hold a sign up to tell you to come to their place, generally want nothing to do with it. So this neighborhood is also known as probably the #1 place to get scammed in Japan. Like, in the whole of the country, if you're going to get scammed, your #1 likelihood is here. And why is that? Well, wherever there's nightlife and there's drinking, you know, that tends to be where the scams come out. Popular things that they will advertise in this district are all-you-can-drink specials. And they're usually timed all-you-can-drink specials, like all-you-can-drink for 60 minutes for 1,000 yen, $10. But what they don't tell you is that after that 60 minutes, that's really cheap, then your next drink is going to be the equivalent of $100. And they won't tell you when that first hour ends. It's just going to be ridiculously expensive. You order a drink and they charge you for that one, and of course they've got some big goons to make sure you pay up the money. Also, drink specials where they'll tell you, oh, beer, cheap, 100 yen. First price cheap, second price really expensive. The best places to go to, places where other people are going to, and they don't have to lure you in. That's the rule of thumb. All right, also, places you can see from the street, pretty good. So I was gonna tell you about Godzilla Avenue here on the cinemas. You can see that's the famous Godzilla right there. A great meeting spot in Kabukicho if you're meeting friends is tell them, just meet you under the big Godzilla. And then there's another hotel right there, the Hotel Gracery, that goes up quite a few floors. Pretty solid curry spot here. Curry House Coco. If you're looking for some quintily Japanese curry, they're a chain with like 1,000 locations. Yeah. So, you know, you can see, there's a cool ramen place over here that I'll show you. A neat ramen chain in Japan. It's kind of like a fun place for first-timers is Ichiran Ramen. And Ichiran is famous for these like cubicles, kind of, that you eat in. And, well, you can't actually see the cubicles because there's just a line of people waiting to get in, but you generally order from a vending machine, and then you go in, you sit down, you put your tickets on the table, and then like a little window opens up, someone takes it, like you don't actually see the servers at this ramen place. And then they make your food, they open up a little window, and then slip your food back at your table. All right, so, yeah, you know, this place right here, advertising free drinks, free time. I mean, look, I don't know what the deal is, but that's like the makings of something that can end up costing you a lot more money. This street, very bright, got some nice trees on it. We look down, lots of these little alleys over here on the side too, but there's also lots of security and lots of police that patrol this area. So if you're just somebody like me who's walking around, you really got nothing to worry about. Again, if people come up to you and start talking to you as you're walking around, you probably want nothing to do with whatever they're trying to tell you. If you are somebody who likes to smoke in restaurants and bars, no problem. Many places like this one actually still allow smoking inside of them. Okay, looking over here, this is like the main walk from Shinjuku Station into the Kabukicho area. This is also a super popular neighborhood for tourists to bring people. You can see a tour going on right here. This guy's explaining it. And by the way, if you didn't believe me that this was, I called it Godzilla Street. It's actually Godzilla Road, but yeah, there we go. They like their Godzilla. Oh, this place, Don Quixote. This place is crazy. This is like the Walmart of Japan, except crazy. Like, it's hard to describe this store, and we're just gonna like poke our camera in for just a moment. There is like intentionally no organization. It goes up multiple floors. Everything's everywhere from the floor to the ceiling. The ceiling is all multicolored. This is a Japanese shopping experience in and of itself. They specifically put stuff everywhere all over the store because they want you to just kind of have like a treasure hunt experience as you're walking through there. So, they used to be open 24 hours. They might still be, so check that place out. Shopping for drugs, not drugs, but shopping at drug stores. Really popular if people come to Japan to get cosmetics, perfumes, associated things. You'll find many of those stores here. We see a girl advertising a maid cafe on the left. I've seen a number of the maid cafes. You go in and you're served by these girls that are all dressed up as French maids. What's funny about their advertisement is they advertise that photography is not allowed. Like, it's on their thing, like, do this thing, costs as much money, and then it says, oh, and by the way, you can't take photos. So you know where I won't be going, because what I'm going to do in there, can I take videos if I can't take photos? Likely not. Anyway, these pedestrian streets, there's a bunch of them over on the other side too. You can see, like, down that way, a whole bunch of people pouring in to this neighborhood, but we're going to stick just to the core of Kabukicho. This is Sakura Dori, or Cherry Blossom Street. I don't know why it's called Cherry Blossom Street, because as far as I can tell, there are no cherry trees down here. Nor does it look like there ever have been. I mean, maybe there have been. Maybe a long time ago. That's what it's called. You can get a massage right here. How much is a massage going to cost you? 60 minutes for 5,000 yen, or about $35, something like that. All right, as we continue down this way, we see Yggdrasil. I have no idea how to even pronounce that. But apparently whatever they have is on sale. Oh, this is a men's bar, right? So there are female hostess bars and male hostess bars. If you go to a hostess bar with females, then you basically pay for the drinks, expensive drinks, for girls to also spend some time talking to you. The male hostess bars are the opposite. If you'd like to hang out with a Japanese guy and pay a lot for the privilege, then you can do that at one of those. So there's this show that I used to really like in this neighborhood called the Robot Restaurant right up here. And unfortunately, they are currently closed, but that was really awesome. But across the street is their new show, the Samurai Restaurant. And I'm going to check that out tomorrow to check out that show. I've not seen it yet, but if you were looking for the Robot Restaurant and they're like, oh man, this place is permanently closed, they've set up shop under a new name across the street. Some music playing up here. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Okay, just up ahead we have Little Sheep Hot Pot, which is a Chinese restaurant that you get, it's all the way at the end, place with the sheep on it, that has, you know what, let's go towards it. I'll talk about it when we get down there, because that alley I was going to walk down looked quite uninteresting. Let's not go that way. It is worth pointing out that many of these places here can charge like a cover charge if you go to drink. So you might have to pay some money to go in. Like the first drink that you buy, you pay extra for that first drink. Also, many like Japanese izakayas in this neighborhood, if they're not like timed, they might still be timed. What do I mean by that? Meaning that they're like, you can drink in here for 90 minutes and then you have to go because they need to give the seat to somebody else. Okay, this spot right here looks like they're doing like makeup. This looks like a makeup place. Okay, here we go. Freestyle bar, men's 2-hour, ladies free time, free drink. All right. I'm not sure I completely understand, but that's okay. You'll find the Japanese English leaves a little bit of precision out there about what exactly is this. Okay, this place back here, this probably looks like a hostess bar. And they'll have like the names and pictures of the top, most popular hostesses. And of course, those are the ones who sell the most drinks, right? That's basically how that works. Okay. So this is Little Sheep. And so at a hot pot place like this, you get a hot pot of soup. This is like boiling hot at your table, and then you order meats and things like that and put it in there, boil it up, and that's how you eat it. You get like a pot that's divided like this. One's spicy, one's not spicy. Usually different set of flavors you can pick from. All right. We've got a yakiniku place right here, which is tasty Japanese beef, typically. And hey, if you don't speak Japanese and you're like, can I eat at these places? No problem. They'll have an English menu available. By the way, do pay attention to closing times and last order times because they're often different. You might, on Google Maps, see a place closes at 11, but their last order is before that. Like often in restaurants, an hour before that. Sometimes places will have a drink last order and a food last order as like different last order times. Okay. Oh, we got some cyclists coming down here. Wait for them to pass, and then we're gonna hang a right turn. We have a girl with very high heels walking up that staircase. Like high heels and platform heels, no doubt. Going to work at the Hostess Bar. 45 Tokyo. Here we go. This is a curry place with Bangladesh and Indian bar and restaurant. little tiny spot inside. This alley over here, definitely a bit of a quiet one. We're kind of starting to get off the main beaten path, but we're not done because we've not made it to the Golden Gai yet. I haven't taken you to the cool little bars, which I think if you're looking for a quintessential Japanese experience, you're not going to get scammed. those are a good choice too. All right, and you'll notice as we're walking around the people that are just kind of like standing around in the street waiting to talk to you. Yeah, those are the people that you probably want nothing to do with. The robot restaurant has been through a few different locations apparently, so I hope they reopen for my next time coming back to Tokyo. All right, the Golden Gai neighborhood is just across the street and down here on my right. We are passing Lucky Stars, a Philippines pub. Okay, this street is very nicely decorated. It's got all these kind of like Christmassy lights on it. I don't know if it's for Christmas or if it's just an all year round kind of thing. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and cross the street here. And we're gonna go this way through this building. Tokyo is like the land of shortcuts, like all these little things that you can duck through between buildings to get where you're going. And sometimes I find the coolest stuff is down little random alleys. The kind of alleys that in any other city you would be like, oh, no way am I gonna walk down that alley. But Tokyo, it's all pretty safe. This walk right here, I mean, how quickly we have come from neon lights and this and that to like this soothing temple park-like street. Although there's a bunch of bars just on this side and restaurants, and they've got some signs with the menus on it. That's where we're gonna check out over there. The Golden Gai. But I thought it was cool to like just see this little street. Like Tokyo, what's cool about Tokyo and what I love about this city is it's hustle and bustle, but then you can go 1 or 2 blocks and it's completely quiet and completely peaceful and bright too. They're probably like, this is sketchy if it's dark, but you can see it's like quite bright down here. Now, all the streets we walked in Kabukicho, quite bright. Okay, turn the camera back around this way. We're crossing a neat little bridge through here. Coming up on the exit of this little thing. We're gonna hang our right turn here. Oh, they've put up all these things so like cars can't drive through here, or scooters can't drive through here. Probably more like it. It's probably what people were driving through. We've got an outpost of Subway sandwiches. Oh, that's too bad. I don't think Subway was ever delicious in the US, and so I think it's potentially even less delicious in Japan. Okay, when you see streets like this, that has no sidewalk, this little line over here on the right is the walking side. We're passing the World Beer Bar. This place also apparently has a natural hot spring that you can go in. We have some bicycle parking. People parking their bikes. You can see actually bikes are a pretty reasonable way to get around. The challenge is parking. Not a lot of great places to park your bicycle. Okay, we see a bar here. They got all the beer kegs that are outside. This is a small little Korean barbecue restaurant. Nice and smoky inside. All right, so we're gonna turn in here. And this is gonna bring us into the Golden Gai neighborhood. Let's see, it's gonna get a lot smaller, narrow alleys. Well, there's people back this way too. Because I think people end up on that main, they get like drawn in by the neon lights. And that's that's just where they stay. Okay, so here's a little map of the Golden Gai, of all the little bars and things like that there. They do let you know in the Golden Gai, no smoking on the streets, no drinking beer, and please don't litter. All right, thank you very much. We'll try not to. Dinner, 5 gallons, no cover charge. These are the kind of places that would absolutely give you cover charge, but look how small these places are, like 6 seats at that bar. Same here with the Bar Buster. No charge, no tax. This one has a cover charge of 300 yen, and you get a snack with it. That's just like a standing bar. This one, members only. You have to be a member, and they don't want you to take photos inside. By the way, there are also some like this one that says they don't accept foreigners. So there you go. There is that. Some people often say like, Chris, is Tokyo or Japan foreigner friendly? For the most part, it is. For like 99.9% of it is. Every once in a while, you'll find a little place like that, but that's okay. All right, as we come down this way, you can see just more of these little tiny bars. Each one, like this one, seats, what, 8 people? Something like that? 6 people in that one. You can get your whiskey, sake, beer. Pretty reasonable prices. I find like alcohol is not expensive in Tokyo. Certainly the exchange rate right now is like really solid, particularly if you're coming from US dollars. Hasn't always been that way, but it is right now. And I think they don't, maybe compared to like some European countries where they tax alcohol significantly, no such thing here. Just a general 10% consumption tax. Okay, this brings us out to that street we were walking on earlier, but we'll take a right turn in a second. This is the unlimited bar. Oh, this one's pretty big for a Golden Gai. Cover charge of that one is 500 yen per person. All of the little alleys here have these like little signs on top of them. So you can see we got it here, we've got it down there. We'll take a look in these two, what we can see from the street. Psychobolic shadow. Just a thing. Funny, this place, if you're a foreign traveler, no charge. Locals, apparently, they charge you cash only. Many of these places are cash only, while Tokyo has definitely become really friendly to cards since COVID. Many more places now accept credit cards, but definitely still not ubiquitous. So you'll still want cash if you're going to little mom and pop establishments like this. Usually they're just, run by the owner. And if you're worried whether you can order, you'll find some of them that say they have the English menu. No problemo. Little tiny spot in there. This one's got free Wi-Fi, so they got that going for them. This is the Bali bar. Let's see, does it look like Bali? One drink, 600 yen, cover charge 800. Will you be happy in those 6 seats? Or these 6 seats? They've got a turntable in there. And let's go ahead and come down this way. This one's got a little dog on it. If you're looking for toilets, they've got it's a members only toilet, apparently. Okay. Got some vending machines here. We got vending machines everywhere. Alright. And let's go this way. Oh, that's cool. There's like a little Buddha here. Billiken. This is the Billiken. It's not a Buddha. It's a Billiken. Let's see. If you have a problem, ask me. I love English and you. There you go. Very friendly. Oh, that's cool. Coming down here, we've got these neat, spinning signs. International tourists, no charge. We have beer and whiskey. Got the flapper. I kind of wonder, as you come up with the names of these bars, why don't you call it a flapper? It's an interesting name. All right, and let's see. Here's some rules they have from the Golden Gai Association. Don't speak loudly, no large groups. No drinking on the street, no eating on the street, no smoking on the street, and don't throw away your garbage and cans. There's no public trash cans here. No large groups because the places are tiny. Don't speak loudly because people don't want to be bothered by your drunken yelling. Well, fellow explorers, if you're coming to Tokyo, you might enjoy some of my other videos right here on the screen. You might want to check out my Tokyo travel tips video, or you might want to check out some of my other tours of some of Tokyo's other great neighborhoods, including Tsukiji, the area that's best for seafood. All right, fellow explorers, as usual, I won't say goodbye because I'll see you in one of these videos.